On this Palm Sunday, it's a time when we remember Jesus coming into Jerusalem riding on a donkey. And the reason it's called Palm Sunday is that the people who were watching Jesus come in cut down palms and laid their cloth off their back on the street so that the donkey could walk over it. It was a sign of honor and respect and love and adoration for Jesus. It is during this week after his arrival into Jerusalem that he moves from being the miracle worker, the teacher, to being the Son of God. And it's also kind of interesting that since we're on the Beatitudes, that one of the latter Beatitudes says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." Isn't that interesting? Here, as you come into the fruition of your understanding of what it is to be in such a way that the divine can flow through you as you become more capable of bringing peace into the world, of becoming a prince or a princess, I suppose, of peace, to being someone who is now not just simply a good human being, not even a miracle worker. Now you become a child of God. We're on the edge of making peace. We have brought our differences to the surface. We have begun to look at each other's point of view. We are on the verge of becoming peacemakers if we will take the next step of inviting ourselves to step into the breach and do our best to bring the world together. But maybe first we need to be peacemakers to ourselves and to our families. So if we start with ourselves, is there something we need to forgive in ourselves? Is there something we need to come to understand why we acted that way? Is there something we need to come into peace about how another person is? Is there more we need to do to release that which has already happened so that we might be able to be pure of heart, but also an active agent into bringing together harmony within ourselves, somehow letting go that which has been problematic and stepping toward a sense of harmony and peace? If there's anything that will bring this about, it will become the willingness to be transformed, the willingness to go through whatever is necessary to become clean with who we are, clean with each other, clear with our past, clear with our intentions, clear with our own heart. So if we do those processes, of forgiveness and of release, of resetting our intentions toward kindness and love, to admitting how we have made mistakes and yet not make that the definition of who we are, I think we become ready to become peacemakers and sons of God. It is the process that we attribute to Jesus, but we also might take on as our own. This idea of bridging the gap between human and divine, of being us not feeling separate from that which is all that is. This idea of communion with the divine, how would you do it? Would you do it by doing good works in the world? Perhaps. Would you do it by loving someone? Perhaps. Would you do it through deep meditation? Maybe that's the way. Maybe you do it by study. Maybe you do it by learning more deeply how to see beyond this world into the world that is invisible. I don't know what is your path at this moment, but going into the depth of what it is to make peace, to draw together the two sides, to draw this together between the divine and the personal, and to bring those two together. And in so doing, we become children of God. So Jesus is this one who chose as his job to not only awaken inside himself, but to invite the whole world to do this awakening process as well. To move beyond simply being a good person, to move beyond being a person on a spiritual path, to arriving at a place where we are at peace with all that is. Well, we arrive at a place where we are at one with each other. But I think it starts, or it's accelerated, by our intention to become at one with the divine, to know ourselves as one with the one, a part, an expression of, a child of, the hands and face of the divine. Let us remember that this is the promise that was made to us through the life of Jesus. That when Jesus did this, he did it as a template for the rest of us, so that we know that the path has already been trodden by someone. Someone has broken trail for us, and it's easier now for us to follow because there is a pattern for us to go through. And part of that, of course, will be what will feel like the crucifixion of our own separate sense of self, which is a bit frightening, I must admit. But if we know that it leads to something else, I think we can encounter the week that comes ahead of us, the years that come ahead of us, with more courage and more resolve to continue the pursuit of this peace between ourselves and the divine.